Turns out, gardening isn't the only outdoorsy hobby that Blake Shelton and his wife Gwen Stefani share. They like to go fishing on their days off, too. On social media, Stefani gave fans a glimpse into one of their days out on the water, showing how she and Shelton goof off, enjoy time together, and even catch a few fish. "You're funny as a cameraman," she jokes in one clip, wielding a fishing rod as she smiles at her husband behind the camera. In another shot, she shows Shelton reeling his line in, excitedly saying, "I got one." "Wow, that is a large mouth," Stefani comments as he pulls his fish out of the water. In between casts, Stefani puts her feet up, panning the camera around to show her followers the tranquil morning lake surroundings as well as her country star husband sitting on the other side of the boat. In another post, Stefani shares footage from the same outing set to her 2006 hit Wind It Up, joking, "Who knew Wind It Up was about fishing this whole time?" Stefani and Shelton are one of country music's odd couples, since they seemingly come from two very different worlds. Shelton is a bastion of mainstream, traditional-leaning country, while Stefani is a California-born pop rocker who rose to fame as the front woman of alt-rock group No Doubt. But since the couple first met as coaches on The Voice and started dating, they've been consistently proving the naysayers wrong, demonstrating that opposites can attract, both in love and in music. Stefani and Shelton got married in 2021, and they've since put out a small handful of duets together, two of which are country songs that went to #1 on the country radio charts. They're not done collaborating yet. Shelton recently announced his next album for recreational use only, and the tracklist features a new duet with Stefani. That song is called Hangin' On, and Shelton has described it as a breakup song, a left turn from the love songs they've previously released together. Some couples find magic in candlelit dinners or exotic getaways. For Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, the spark often flickers most brightly in the simplest, most unexpected moments, like a peaceful fishing date on a quiet Oklahoma lake. Over the weekend, fans were treated to an intimate glimpse of their latest romantic escapade, a fishing trip that was equal parts adorable and heartwarming. Gwen, decked out in her signature glam meets country style, complete with red lipstick, camo overalls, and a vintage trucker hat that looked borrowed straight from Blake's wardrobe, shared clips and photos on her Instagram story that melted hearts across social media. Blake, ever the rugged country boy, looked right at home behind the wheel of a modest aluminum boat, his smile stretching wider than the lake itself. With his favorite flannel shirt unbuttoned just enough to show the white tee underneath, and his well-worn jeans covered in a bit of dirt from earlier bait prep, he was clearly in his element. Gwen captured him mid-laugh, holding up a wriggling bass with pride while she squealed in delight from behind the camera. "Y'all, look what my man just caught," Gwen said in the video, zooming in as Blake grinned sheepishly. "He's the real deal." Their chemistry was palpable, not just in the laughter or the playful teasing as Gwen struggled to bait her hook, but in the way they looked at each other when they thought the camera wasn't watching. Blake reached over more than once to tuck Gwen's platinum hair back under her cap, his touch gentle, his gaze soft. What made the whole outing especially touching was the simplicity of it all. No paparazzi, no red carpet, no elaborate setup. Just two people in love, trading music stages and spotlight for dragonflies, lily pads, and the occasional croak of a bullfrog. Later in the day, Gwen managed to catch her own fish, a small sunfish that Blake jokingly called adorable, just like you. Her exaggerated squeal of pride was enough to echo through the trees, and Blake gave her a congratulatory kiss on the cheek before carefully helping her release it back into the water. Gwen posted a selfie with the fish, captioning it, "Caught a fish and a country boy." #LuckyGirl. Fans were quick to flood the comments with heart emojis and messages like "You two are couple goals." And this is the most wholesome content I've seen all week. The most iconic moment, however, came when Blake serenaded Gwen on the dock as the sun began to set. With a beer in hand and a battered old acoustic guitar pulled from the truck, he strummed a familiar tune, one of her hits, The Sweet Escape, but in his own country twang. Gwen couldn't stop giggling, and at one point leaned her head against his shoulder, whispering, "You make everything better, Blake." In a world often dominated by glamour and noise, the couple's fishing date was a breath of fresh air, a reminder that love doesn't have to be flashy to be beautiful. And for Blake and Gwen, it's those quiet, unfiltered moments in nature that seem to mean the most. A source close to the couple said this isn't a one-off thing, either. Blake and Gwen have made it a tradition to take time away from LA and the music industry pressures. These fishing dates in Oklahoma have become their way of grounding themselves. Gwen has really embraced country life in ways that surprised even her. Indeed, Stefani, once the face of punk glam California cool, now appears perfectly comfortable with boots in the mud and a fishing rod in hand. "I never thought I'd love fishing," Gwen said in a recent interview. "But when you're out there with someone you love, it's peaceful. It's like therapy with a hook." The couple, who married in 2021 at Blake's Oklahoma ranch in a small, heartfelt ceremony, continue to surprise fans with how deeply connected and in sync they are. Despite their different musical backgrounds and styles, their shared love of nature, family, and each other has become the glue that binds them. Toward the end of their fishing date, Gwen shared one final photo, a silhouette of her and Blake sitting at the end of the dock, legs dangling over the water, arms wrapped around each other as the sun dipped below the horizon. Her caption read simply, "This is everything." And truly, for fans and romantics alike, it was.